Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Trey.
And I'm Jess.
And we've been living in this RV for a little over a year and a half. And we're about 45 minutes away from the Grand Tetons currently in a place called Swan Valley, Idaho. Some of you guys may have heard of it. And Jess is doing much better this weekend. For you guys who've kept up with the channel, you know that she got her wisdom teeth removed about, 2 weeks ago or so?
2 weeks ago, yes.
You feeling a little bit better this weekend?
Much better, much better. Pain was absolutely horrible. I'm very glad never have to worry about that again, but not recommended to do all 4 at once.
Yeah, and this weekend is a very beautiful weekend, and we want to show you guys, we got some stuff planned. We're gonna go hike today, and then we're gonna go mountain bike and paddleboard some this weekend as well. I want to give you guys a glimpse at what this young RV couple's ideal weekend looks like. Today's menu just has us some bacon, some ham, some eggs, and a little bit of toast. I can't tell you guys how long it's been since I've had bacon. I will say though, late spring, you might as well call it early summer right now. It's still a little warm for the dogs. They are trying to find all the shade they can get. You ready to come on in? You ready to come on in? Boca. There you go, boy. This is Kenai. There you go, boy. And this is Polka over here. She is our protector. She is the one who keeps watch on everything. Are you ready to go on in? All right, come on. All right, go ahead. And they have to do everything together. All right. You know, I don't think we're gonna need too much gear today. I'm just gonna have these bags to hike with, put some water in them. That's really gonna be about it. And really the last step here is to take Kenai out for a little playtime before we go. Because he gets very anxious that he doesn't get to go with us. So, go ahead and grab my little boy. Look at him, he's waiting. All right, come on Kenai, come on. Ready? All right, hang on. Okay. Good boy, Kenai. Good boy, Kenai. Good boy, Kenai. Good boy. The only Tamascan I know that will fetch. But he doesn't fetch too much though. So I'll throw it maybe 4 or 5 times and then he kind of gets tired of it. All right. Come on, come on. Good boy. Hey, big girl. All right. I got a peace offering. Kenai. Here's yours. Good boy. Is to set the AC before we leave. I'm just gonna drop down to 67. Turn it from auto cool to cool, and we are good to go. We both cannot wait to head out for the hike today, as we really haven't gone hiking since Yosemite, which was almost a month ago at this point, and it's crazy to think how fast time flies when you're on the road. An hour and a half is how far the drive for this hike is today, but we aren't really mad at it. The ride over is honestly a top 5 drive, passing up and over the Teton Pass, where you get your first glimpse of Jackson and the Grand Teton National Forest in the background. You know, something I wondered when passing through here is, what do people do for work to afford living out here? Because your boy loves what he's seeing right now. The Tetons by far has to be one of the most iconic mountain ranges. Like, you can just see it for miles all around, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. We came here last in the fall, but I don't know, man. The spring is pretty awesome itself. Like, it's still warm in the valley, wildflowers are blooming, and there's still snow on top of the peaks. It's probably a good idea to get here a little earlier or a little later in the day, but try to avoid the noon to 3 p.m. range if possible. And Jess did an amazing job finding this parking site for us. Was it hard?
No.
No, it wasn't too hard. We just pulled in and got a spot. Today's trail takes us on a loop around 2 lakes, Bradley and Taggart Lake, and it seems to be a popular trail. If you don't record your hike, did it even count? 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, we're ready. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie, It's a beautiful day outside. This is perfect hiking weather, perfect backpacking weather, a perfect day just to do anything. Outside, yeah. Starting off, it's very scenic. This trail is filled with aspens and immediately crosses over a gorgeous stream. So Jess and I have been hiking beside this stream right here the entire trail, and I'm curious on what it looks like up under there. Shall we take a sneak peek? Maybe see a trout or so? Let's see. All right, any trout? Are we eating good tonight? So far, if I had to recommend a hike for anyone to take here, I would highly recommend this one. It's not too much elevation gain and just enough to make you forget the crowds near the parking lot and visitor center. What a beautiful, beautiful sight. You got the Grand Teton right there, Bradley Lake. Guys. What do you feel, Jess, when you see this?
It's like one of those feelings like when you feel so small in comparison to like what you're looking at. It's beautiful.
It's weird and it's cheesy, but it's just so grand. You know, it really is. I mean, look at that, guys. This is Taggart Lake. Man, what a hike. It was only 6 miles, guys, but this is, I feel like, the perfect hike for anybody who doesn't want anything that's like too long, that's too committed. It has views. It's just enough that gets you away from the roads and you hear the quiet and forest and loops you around 2 beautiful lakes. This is, I would say, the perfect trail. And Jess and I were talking about something on the way back. So Jess, I'm gonna ask in front of the audience here, in front of you guys, Yosemite National Park or the Grand Teton National Park?
The Grand Tetons.
The Grand Tetons. Oh man. I told her we were gonna have a long conversation about that later because I love Yosemite. The Grand Tetons though? The
Grand Tetons.
Oh man, that's your favorite.
That's over Yosemite, yeah.
Over Yosemite, okay. Alright, what about all-time favorite?
That's
something tough. In Utah?
Like, I mean, I do like Moab, I do like Arches, I do like Zion, but I mean, you got Washington, Olympic, you got...
Sure, awesome national parks.
And we're about to hit Glacier next month, so...
Yo, everybody we talk to who's been to Glacier, and I'm like, and I always do my little old thing here. I always compare it to Yosemite. Like, have you guys been to Yosemite yet? Everybody's been to Yosemite, and the people who's been to Glacier, they always tell me Glacier, hands down. It is the crown jewel of North America. And I'm like, okay, all right, we're gonna see about that. We are gonna see here in a few weeks. All right. Now, it is time to go get some food. Stop by the old Pinky G's to go get some pizza. And if you haven't stopped here before, this is a sweet little spot. Hey, got a pickup for Trey? Trey? Yeah. Called in about like 40 minutes ago or so.
It's gonna be $41.20.
Okay, do you guys take Apple Pay?
Yeah, we do.
Perfect.
Which recording for?
Yeah, so I do travel vlogs for YouTube.
Oh, for
Yeah, man. So we're from North Carolina, and we've been living in an RV for about a year and a half. We just travel all around.
So what brings you here?
Tetons, man.
Yeah.
Gotta visit the Tetons, you know.
Yeah.
So we came from Yosemite before, come to Salt Lake City, now to the Tetons, and we'll be in Glacier probably about summer.
Nice.
Yeah. How about you guys?
Well, I love you, bro.
Yeah. Dude, is it like really expensive to live in Jackson?
It's more expensive to live there than here, definitely.
Yeah, 'cause we were looking for property in Swan Valley. That's where we're staying at, and it was like 3 acres was like almost 200 grand.
Yeah,
that is wild.
That's Swan Valley right now is really booming because
Yeah,
it's
is it?
It's where all the rich people like to hide because it's
Yeah.
a little bit more out of the way and not super trafficky.
Yeah.
Mountains now.
Yeah, I feel that. It's beautiful though.
Mm-hmm.
It's very lush and green. We came last September and it was like everything was like kind of brown and dead.
Yeah.
But like this is like beautiful. We just hiked and like all the wildflowers and stuff like that. It's just
This
gorgeous.
is the best time to visit.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, that's large. Okay. Cool. I thought it was gonna be like a little smaller than that. All right. Y'all take care.
Yeah, you too.
All right, guys. We got a lot of pizza to eat tonight. All right, time for the last ordeal of the day. That is to let the pups go run. Ain't that right, big boy? Y'all did so good. Y'all didn't tear up anything. Hey, good boy. Hey, good boy. So typically what I do is, and this is why I chose this specific site, number 9 here at the park at Swan Valley, was because it's right here in front of this old airstrip. And you can just go let the dogs run. Technically, they're for like tent campers, but if nobody's out there, you can just go let them run. I think there's one other guy down there, and I can just walk past them a few hundred yards, let them run, let them burn off some energy. This place is so lovely. I mean, as far as campgrounds go, this is a hit. Look at that, guys. It's just simple pepperoni with extra pepperoni. I had it put in for well done, and I just love a little char on the crust, just ever so slightly. And I don't like it so runny with cheese. So, does anybody else like just a medium well pizza? That's essentially what that is. But I'm about to throw down on this. That first bite was so. Tomorrow we got mountain biking and paddleboarding. Go ahead and get some rest after this, after I eat, shower up, get to bed, and we'll see you guys in the morning.
Good morning, good morning. It is a beautiful day out here in Swan Valley, just like it was yesterday. Just absolutely beautiful. And Kenai here, I'm not sure if you can see him off camera, he's over here playing with Polka. He woke us up this morning like he always does. He has this habit of around, I think like 5:45, 6 o'clock, he will get up, start like pacing around the living room. He'll come up the stairs right beside the bedroom door, and he'll start whining to wake one of us up. And all he wants to do is really go play, because I'll let him go outside, use the bathroom, come back in, I try to catch him more sleep, and he doesn't like that. So it's time to take him out, let him go play for a little bit before we head out for the day. And yeah, so normally this RV park here, they have this big long runway that I was talking about last night, and I always try to walk them down to this wind flag at the very end of the runway, very end of their space, and walk them back, and that's usually enough to kind of calm them down a little bit. but your boy is in need of coffee before he does anything else this morning. And we do have to run by the mart here in a second to go grab some eggs, some smaller groceries and stuff like that. So if you're wondering if there is a little mart here in town, there is. But if you're looking for more of like a full-fledged grocery store, like a Walmart or like a Target or a Whole Foods, there's a Whole Foods in Jackson, about an hour away, and there's a Walmart, Target, all the good stuff in Idaho Falls, which is about another hour away. So that's some options you do have, but you do have a little mart here that will get you through. Like if you're staying here for a week, it'll get you through the week. But if you're staying here for like a month like we are, it's probably best to go to one of the bigger stores elsewhere. But during the week, we'll just run over there, grab some eggs, grab whatever we need just for like the morning of or all that kind of good stuff. Good morning, Jess.
Good morning.
How you feeling today?
I'm a little sore.
It's a little sore in the mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, you ready to go to the market?
Mm-hmm.
If low-density towns are your thing, you'd love Swan Valley. The town sign states it has a population of 204 people, but a more recent estimate is around 343 people. And here is the sole market in town, the Swan Valley General Store, which is kind of a one-stop shop for groceries and hardware. It's honestly not a bad place and even stocks Jess's favorite coconut water brand.
Secured the goods. When we first got here about 2 weeks ago, Jess and I really loved this area named Swan Valley, and we were thinking, let's look at some land. And so we pull up Zillow or just some other site, and we start looking at just land, undeveloped land. And our findings kind of put us out of the market for a little while, because we saw a strip of land. It was 3 acres, and it was almost $200,000. I think it was like $180,000.
I'm perfectly content with taking the RV through the valley at those prices, but we are ready to take the bikes out for the day. The only thing I need to do is clean the bikes first. And I have to admit, I'm a newbie, so feel free to help me out. I wipe down, brush off the chain, clean the derailleur, not shown here because it took too much time, lube the chain, and rinse and repeat on Jess's bike. Did I miss anything? If not, it's time to head on out to the trail today. Something I didn't know was how deep the mountain biking culture runs in Jackson, as there are all kinds of trails to choose from. We chose the Putt-Putt Trail right on the other side of downtown, as it's a light intermediate trail to brushing up on our skills.
All right, Jess, you ready to take on this trail?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
First up, a ton of incline, as you can hear my rugged breathing, but after about a mile, the trail seems to even out and we can start building up a little speed.
People would tell us to get a grip of ourselves and get a job. We didn't care what we were told.
The biggest difference between hiking and mountain biking is how fast the trail moves. As a kid growing up on a single-speed twin on an old dirt road, I don't remember feeling so fast and dangerous.
Stay up all night singing songs on the terrace. We didn't mind sitting out in the cold.
It just feels so great to be outside today, to enjoy this view of Jackson and seeing Jess feel better and feel more like herself after these past few weeks.
Stealing smokes from your parents. Sometimes we got a bit out of control. When they found out we ran from home just to scare them, we were free. When we were 17.
I need to get a better phone mount. After that second jump, it completely detached from the handlebars and we went separate ways. maybe a little investment into a quad lock system seems to be the move.
Jess, how did you like that trail?
It was good. I only fell like twice.
She did. She fell on the way up and fell on the way down.
I hadn't ridden in like a hot minute, okay?
Yeah.
Give me some slack.
I'm surprised I haven't fallen, but I think that's just part of the game with mountain biking and learning and all that good stuff. So it's just learning. But how do you like this trail here in Wyoming versus the one in Sedona and Arizona?
Ooh, I don't know. It's hard. They're both two different kinds of beauty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I can choose.
Yeah, I think the other one we did in Arizona was like more flat, like even like from start to finish. This one was like all uphill first, and then on the way back, it was all downhill, but it's super fast, super fun.
A lot of switchbacks.
A lot of switchbacks. There wasn't like a lot of like technical stuff you had to jump over or anything, but it was just a lot of switchbacks that you kind of had to like roll around.
That's where I fell. Both switchbacks.
By now, you guys have already probably seen the fall. Are you all right? Hang on. Hang your foot's caught. There you go. But are you okay? You okay?
I always get back up.
she took one on the chin, and I think that she's gonna feel it a little bit.
I might feel that one later.
And
Not
she's
gonna lie.
got a little dust here on the shirt and on the shorts, but other than that, we were gonna plan on going to the reservoir today. That's why we came back a little early, but I don't think we're gonna have enough time to go do that.
It's too far.
We're gonna save that for another weekend, but it is early enough to where we can go back, get something to eat, and have a nice campfire. So I think that's what we're gonna do.
I can't tell you how fun this weekend was. From hiking around the lakes to learning more about mountain biking in Jackson, this is what a typical weekend is for this young couple. We have one more weekend to explore here before we head off for the main event of summer in Glacier National Park. So I think next week Jess and I are gonna head into Jackson for a little date night. Plus I owe her some paddleboarding. And we'll see you guys next week, and thank you so much for hanging out with us this weekend. Peace and much love.